Welcome to the social science class, 7th standard, geography, lesson number 12, North America, part 3. In the previous part, you have learned rivers and Great Lakes of North America and climate and natural vegetation of North America. In this part, you will learn about the agriculture of North America and important minerals and industries of North America. Today, we will learn about agriculture of North America. North America is the leading producer and exporter of food trade. Agriculture is an important occupation of North America. So, in North America continent, important occupation is agriculture. Next, central lowlands of the continent, especially Canada and USA, are very productive agriculture countries. In North America continent, total 24 countries is there. But in these countries, Canada and USA are very productive agriculture countries. So in these two countries only, agriculture productive more compared to another countries. And next, only 10% of the total area of North America is suitable for agriculture. Listen, only 10%. So totally out of 100, only 10% land is suitable for agriculture. Very less area for suitable the agriculture's land is there. So what they have to do? So listen, but the production from their farms is very high. What I am saying, are you understanding? They have only 20% of the total area, and in that 10% only their production farms is very high. How is it? See, because large farms, rich soils, advocate irrigation, farming and other facilities with human efforts make North America one of the largest agricultural regions of the world. So students, listen carefully. Only 10% area, in this area only they have to farming the very high. How is it seen? What they using to more of the large farms, and they have to use the always, this is the types of soils, so always they have to use the rich soils, and advocate irrigation means water irrigations, water supplies is more, and their population less is there, so they will not get the labor, so that's why they have to use the machinized system, means like that's a scientific method for that farming. So this is calling here machinized farming, and other facilities with human efforts make North America one of the largest agricultural regions of the world. Students, listen. North America is one of the best example for the world because they have only 10% area. In that 10% area only they have to using the large farm, rich soil and machinized farming and fertilization and advocate irrigation. So they have to, production is very high. Land is very less but production is very high. So this is the best example for the world. We not have anything, so we have to top our work is there. North America have a less land. In this land only they want to production is very high. So they have to use the large farm, rich soil and machinized farming I before told. So that's why they not have a suitable land for growing the many types of crops. So in this area only they have to use the many types of system for the agriculture, and become the North America is one of the largest agriculture regions of the world. Regions specialized in the production of specific crops are called crop belt. So corn belt, wheat belt, cotton belt, tobacco belt, etc. In very less area, their production specific crops also is there. So for that crop they have to call here crop belt. So corn belt means this is the maize, and wheat belt, wheat grains, and afterwards cotton belt, this also, and next the tobacco belt. Wheat is one of the popular cereals grown in North America, especially in Canada and USA. In North America, farmers are producing generally wheat and maize. They are food crops. Which one? Wheat and maize are food crops. First of all, we are going to learn about the wheat. North America is the largest wheat exporter in the world. Wheat belongs to the grass family. One of the best wheat growing regions in the continent are the prairie. What is prairie? A natural grass growing area. So, the prairie region provides the best soil for wheat cultivation. Since the population is low, lots of surplus production is obtained which can be exported. Maize is popularly known as a corn. The wheat belongs to the grass family like the prairie family. So prairie provides the best soil for the wheat cultivation. So in this area, in this continent, the population is very low. So lot of surplus production is obtained. So wheat can be exported. Maize is popularly known as a corn. It is grown extensively in the United States and Mexico. Wheat grown in Canada and USA, and maize grown in United States and Mexico. Most of the maize is used as a feed crop for feeding cattle and pigs. Feed crop means cattle grazing crops. So most of them they have to use for the cattle and pigs. They are reared for meat in Mexico. Maize is the staple food grain, but today maize is grown as a check crop. Maize is the staple food. Maize is also used for corn, animal feed, and other maize product. Sugar-rich varieties called sweet corn are usually grown for human consumption as kernels. While field corn varieties are used for animal feed, various corn-based human food uses and chemical feedstocks. The other popular crops are barley, oat and potato. Barley and oat can be grown in cold weather. So in the cold climate, barley and oat grown. Beer. Beer is brewed from barley. Beer made from this barley. Oats is used as a feeding crop for the animals. In North America, oat is the animal feed. Potato is also grown in the continent, which serves as a food crop. In normal human life, daily we have to use the potatoes. So, potatoes serve as a food crop. Cotton and tobacco are grown as a cash crop in the continent. Cash crop means cotton and tobacco, this is not a food crop. Cotton and tobacco can bring the money in this crop. So, they have to call into this crop cash crop. The cotton belt lies along in the Mississippi Valley. USA and Mexico are important producer of long staple cotton. So nearby the Mississippi Valley, USA and Mexico, the cotton belt is important producer. Tobacco grown in the South USA, Cuba, Jamaica and Mexico. Tobacco grown in this area like that USA, Cuba, Jamaica and Mexico. The USA ranks second after China among major tobacco growing countries of the world. So students, China is the first tobacco growing countries of the world, and second USA is the tobacco growing countries of the world. Sugarcane is another important crop grown here. Another crop, which one here? Sugarcane. Cuba is the third largest producer of the sugar in the world, so popularly called the sugar bowl of the world. So students, Cuba is the third largest producer of sugar in the world. So that's why they have to calling to this Cuba country sugar bowl of the world. Sugar beet is also grown in the USA. It is a major source of making sugar after sugar cane. You know that sugar made from the sugar cane. So it is the major source of making sugar after sugar cane. Coffee and coca are the tropical plantation crops grown in the parts of Central America and West Indies. Coffee and coca are the tropical plantation crops is there. So these crops grown in the country of the Central America and West Indies. Fruits like grapes, oranges, lime, apple, pears, peaches, etc. are grown in California, Florida, New Jersey and areas around urban centers. So they have to given here fruits name and that fruits growing which place, that place's name also given here. Now California produces 90% of the wine by using grapes in North America. So therefore California is called the wine country. In California, grapes lots of grown here. So that's why in California produces 90% of the wine by using the grape. So therefore the California is called as the wine country. Remember students, Cuba is called sugar bowl of the world and California is called wine country. Shallow continental shelves such as the Grand Banks, Georges Banks of the New England and Newfoundland coast are popular fishing grounds. So students, this is the name of that popular fishing grounds is there, like Grand Bank, George Banks of the New England and Newfoundland. So students, now let us see the information about that important minerals and industries of North America. North America is blessed with abundant resources. Its natural resources are variety of soils, extensive grassland, minerals, power resources and forest wealth. The continent has rich deposit of different valuable minerals. The deposit of gold had once attracted people to this continent. Gold has attracted people. Besides, this iron ore, copper, nickel, silver and zinc are other major mineral deposits. The continent also abounds in coal, petroleum and natural gas. So, like this many types of minerals found in this continent. Gold is the very first mineral mine in North America. Which is the first mineral mine in North America? Gold. California and Yukon valleys are important areas of the gold mines. Important areas of gold mines like that California and Yukon valleys. Lake Superior and its surrounding areas are known for having large deposit of iron ore. Before we have to learn that the Great Lakes. In the Great Lake, the Lake Superior is the largest freshwater body. So in the Lake Superior and its surrounding area are known as that deposit of the iron ore. Next, the high-grade iron ore is found in and around the Canadian Shield. Iron ore found in Lake Superior, its surrounds also, as well as it's found in around the Canadian Shield also. Mexico is the world's major producer of silver. So, which is the world's major producer of the silver? Mexico. The USA is the leading producer of the copper in the world. So USA also leading producer of the copper in the world. So it is also mined in Canada. Lots of minerals found in different areas, different places. So we will can get the confused here. Children, gold. Gold found in California and Yukon Valley. And iron ore found in Lake Superior, its surrounding area, and Canadian Shield surrounding areas found it. And Mexico is the world's major producer of the silver, and USA and Canada the leading producer of the copper in the world. Fossil fuels are exploited in considerable quantities throughout the continent. North America has a large deposit of the high-grade coking coal in Appalachian region. Pennsylvania alone produces 20% of the world's total coal production. The USA is the world's largest coal exporter. USA is the world's largest coal exporter. Remember, students, oil and natural gas are found in Alaska, Texas, Louisiana, Kansas, and in western Canada and parts of Mexico. Offshore region of the Pacific Ocean has a good deposit of natural gas. So, in the near of the Pacific Ocean, having the good deposit of natural gases. The USA is the major producer of petroleum. The USA is the leading producer of the nuclear power in the world. In the USA only, major producer of petroleum and producer of the nuclear power in the world. Among the countries of North America, USA and Canada are highly industrialized. Availability of raw materials like iron ore, coal, copper, bauxite helps heavy industries. In North America, USA and Canada are industrialized. Why they told like this? Because in the North America, in USA, Canada, they have to get it the raw materials. There lots of raw materials is there like iron ore, coal, copper, bauxite, and this is all help to the heavy industries. Availability of power, transport, and modern technology has helped industrialization to a great extent. See, students, whatever we want to start, that before we want the raw material. The raw material can get it in this continent, and that power and transport and modern technology, everything they can found in this continent only. So, industrialization extended more and more. The lake region of the Erie, Superior and Michigan have seen a lot of development in iron and steel industry. So students, that Great Lakes, in Great Lakes, that three lakes name here given, Erie, Superior and Michigan, have seen a lot of development in iron and steel industry. Raw materials and water transport have helped tremendously. For this industry, the very useful and important this raw material and water transport here. The favorable industrial policy of USA helped in growth of industries. These all things helping the growth of industries. The city of Pittsburgh is called the Steel City due to rich coal deposit found in the Appalachian region, hydroelectric power and easy transport facility for the bulky materials. So what? The city of Pittsburgh is called the Steel City because in this city only they can get it the rich coal deposit and hydroelectric power and easy transport facilities for the bulky material. For that's why the city of the Pittsburgh is called as a Steel City. Iron and steel is the basic industry, so it helps the growth of other industries like automobile, shipbuilding, locomotives, heavy engineering, aircraft, etc. First of all, we want to start the industry that basic material like iron and steel. So this iron and steel is more found in this continent, in this city. For that's why this city's name is given the Steel City. Iron and steel help the growth of other industries like automobile, shipbuilding, locomotives, heavy engineering, aircraft, etc. Wood pulp, paper, and newsprint are produced in the USA and Canada. Softwood is used in making paper, pulp, cardboard, and newsprint. Pulp is used to produce synthetic fiber. Canada is one of the top exporters of paper, pulp, and newsprints. Lumbering is a highly organized job in North America. People engaged in lumbering in Canada are known as the lumberjacks. Lumbering is one type of work is there. In lumbering, people engage in working, so that people calling here lumberjacks. Chemical industry produces a variety of articles like synthetic rubber, plastics, fertilizers, and medicines. Plastic has now replaced wood to a great extent. Plastic is prepared in all parts of the USA. Chicago is the famous for plastic industry. Which is the famous for plastic industry? Chicago. Meat packing is an important industry spread over in number of centers like Chicago, Kansas City, and St. Louis. Electrical and electronic goods are also produced on a large scale. So what? Meat packing is an important industry, and that another electrical and electronics goods are also produced in a large scale. Many of the industrial products and machinery are exported from USA and Canada. So USA and Canada for a exporter is that many of industrial products and machinery. Mexico and other countries in Central America lag behind in industrial development. What? Mexico and other countries in Central America behind the industrial development. Most of these countries are small and do not have adequate power resources and raw material needed for industrial development. Now let us see the population of North America continent. Most of the North Americans are descendants of Europeans, of American Indians and Africans. So most of the people they have to came from that another country, another continent. So they have to given the name like the Europeans of Americans, Indians and Africans. Although there are some native or indigenous peoples, most of them speak Spanish, English, French or American Indian languages. Population density is the highest in the highlands of the Mexico and Central America, but much of the northern part of the continent is almost empty, especially the frozen far north. Look in this map. Here showing the three colors: baby pink colors, yellow color and dark pink color. Baby pink color shown here low density. So low density is more spread here. So population is very less. And yellow color medium density of population spread in USA and Canada country. And last that dark pink color. This is the high density population here. Population density is the highest in the highlands of Mexico and Central America. But much of the northern part of the continent is almost empty, especially the frozen far north. The densely populated parts of the USA are urban centers and industrial regions. Nearly 98% of the population is the urban in North America. The population of the Caribbean island is less, but settlement is a dense. So due to the limited availability of land. So in North America, the northern part is very less population, and Central America and Mexico high density of population is there, and little bit US and Canada, this is the medium density of population living. Students, we have seen in three videos the information about that North America's continent. Now let us see the new terms of this continent, of this lesson. Prairies, Amerigo, Caribbean, Cordilleras, Rockies, Appalachian, Canadian, Fold Mountain, Shield, Canyon, Homes, Hurricanes, Tornado, Twister, Tundra, Reindeer, Caribou, Taiga, Crop Belt, Corn, Oats, Dust Bowl, Cooking, Locomotives, Lumberjacks. So you should write in this fair that all new terms. So here only our lesson is over. The geography lesson number 12, North America.